I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date like the absolute youngest. I owe a massive apology to anybody that I've hurt or anybody that I've made uncomfortable with my actions.
He did it again. This is Matthew. James slid in, asked for an age check. He said he was a very mature 16 years old. James Charles sent him a snap of his bare. He then just said, hey, you just sent your bare to a child.
James Charles is probably the most hated celebrity in Hollywood, so much so a lot of people think he should go to prison. First, James was infamously accused of using his fame, power, and money to manipulate straight men into questioning their sexuality to hook up with him. Second, people think James Charles should be in prison because of the 20-plus underage boys who have come forward as victims of him, claiming to have been inappropriately messaged and coerced into speaking to James in a way they weren't comfortable with.
James Charles has once again addressed the grooming allegations made against him and says he's looking for a relaunch.
I guess that I'm insane. Are you entertained?
Like me. LA,
I need to shove a birria taco up into my pussy.
And to see this person still out there, they're not thriving like they used to be at all. It's just interesting. But the industry does have demonic snakes.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll have to tell me who it is later so I can steer clear of that human.
Oh, his name is James Charles.
First thing that comes to mind is cell block 8 prison. This person should be behind bars.
They say insanity is to do something about 1,000,000 times and hope it comes out differently.
Hey y'all, so James Charles has some new allegations against him. Are we surprised? Raise your hand if you're surprised. No. If you're buying James' palette, block me. Unfollow me, block me. I don't want you on my page. Sorry.
James Charles would like to be uncanceled, please. No.
Hello and welcome to Influencer Police, a place where we expose the lies, the cheating, and the dirty ways of these filthy influencers. Today's suspect, James Charles. New songs, new cringiness. And why the fuck is he still online? And why are y'all following him? I'm Chief Coconut, and today I am joined by Detective Doodleberry.
Big DB! In the house, Big DB!
Let's get into it. Alright, motherfuckers, it's Big DB up in this motherfuck.
Big DB!
Big DB, baby.
The cabs are here!
Cabs are here!
Cabs are here!
GTL!
Jet Tan Laundry!
Anyways, today we're talking about James Charles. So, James Charles has recently released 2 new songs, which I'm sure y'all have unfortunately heard. But if you haven't, these 2 songs are basically about him being a PDF file.
Yeah.
Alleged in my opinion. So his first song was called Call Me Back, and he released this like back in February, and people were just like, I think we reacted to this already, didn't we?
Not really. It wasn't that much. It was like we slightly did.
I mean, there's not much to say about it.
There's a lot to say about it, actually.
Well, the second song he released, there's a lot to say about that.
What is the second song called? Because they all sound the same to me.
So they all sound the same, but basically his first song was called Call Me Back, and it's basically about him, like, waiting for this guy to call him, and him sitting by the phone and, like, having a broken heart. And it's really kind of creepy, just with the circumstances of knowing all of his allegations.
He's waiting for the minors to call him back for their parents to give them back their phones.
Exactly. It's like, James, honey, like,
Alleged.
Who are you waiting to call you back exactly? Because last time we checked, it was some minors.
It's like, did their parents take away their phone for the evening?
Yo, holy shit.
What was the other song called? Like,
So he just released this other song, Can We Just Be Friends?
oh yeah, it was like a play on Ariana Grande. He only did, we all know this, because Ariana Grande's We Can't Be Friends, and he probably knew like that was trending, and then it would pop up when people look it up and shit. So it's very similar. Yeah. So in this song, he's a fucking creepazoid, like usual. Basically singing about how he likes to
Be an experiment to straight men.
as in he likes to prowl straight men and get them to try to experiment and pressure them.
As we've seen in the past. Allegedly.
And how he's like now a little crybaby about it. It's like, dude, you are literally going after straight men. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? Like,
I know,
feel bad for
seriously.
you.
Like, do you want us to feel bad for you? They are straight.
And also minors.
Not gay.
They are minor straight men, allegedly.
After, like, seeing all the weird, creepy things he said in interviews about, like, only being interested in guys younger than him.
Roll clip.
I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date, like, the absolute youngest.
The Logan Paul podcast. Also, just him saying that he only is interested in straight guys.
Yep.
It's like, these songs are really just, like, disturbing because of everything we've already seen this man say and do and all the victims that have come forward and just everything. It's really insane to me how much of a presence James Charles still has on social media.
It's mind-boggling.
His TikTok is extremely popular and active. Like, I'm talking millions of likes, millions of views. Like, this guy is going viral almost every single fucking day. What the fuck are y'all doing?
What? Like, why?
This is the creepiest shit I've ever fucking seen and heard. Like, this man is literally singing about this shit right in your faces, in my opinion, allegedly.
Yep.
And y'all are just, like, eating it up.
I know, all these people, like, James Charles released this song and it's actually good. I'm like, first of all, it's not. It makes me want to bang my head into a fucking monkey's pants.
It sounds like he is wailing, like...
He is.
Oh, got so much time! Like, y'all are seriously pressing play on that shit and listening to that shit and fucking just... sitting there and listening to that shit?
I would rather walk into moving traffic and take my chances than listen to that song. I swear to God, like, when I hear that man's voice...
The thought of, like, putting on some headphones...
No.
And picking that?
No.
Like, are you okay?
No.
Crazy.
It literally is disgustingly bad. And then he will pretend like he can actually sing now, and he'll try to post these clips where he posted this TikTok where he's with these two other singer boys, and it was so obviously pre-recorded with like AI autotune, and then they're like in the shower pretending like they're really singing live. It's like, dude, this is so fucking pre-recorded. Like, I'm not fucking buying it, dude. You can't fucking sing for shit. Do we all not remember? Womp womp womp.
Like me. LA.
For real. And you know what he said when he like started releasing this music? He was like, I got a lot of vocal training for the past year, like all this shit. Like, I wanted to pursue this.
There's no
I got a
trainer
vocal coach
in the world that can make that guy sing. That is AI and autotune, in my opinion.
I want to read some of the lyrics from this new song. This is from the song Can We Be Friends?
Read that shit.
So he says in this song, you said I was beautiful, that your emotions were available. Yeah, the long nights, long flights, you were feeling it. Then you promised that I wasn't an experiment. You said you've never done this before. Because he's a straight man. Same breath, said you want this for sure. So I said, can we go to bed?
Ew.
So creepy.
So gross.
And you said, can we just be friends? This is so creepy.
So creepy.
It was words on the phone. Now it's real. Words on the phone. You guys remember them screenshots?
The sexting minors.
Remember the screenshots from the
Alleged.
victims?
Yep.
And you're not so bold. Pour a glass all alone, make a toast. To a love gone cold, they say insanity is to do something. What? Like, what is... Why is that
Didn't he
even
say
in
to do something a million times?
About a million times and hope it comes out differently.
So we know he has a lot of victims, so he definitely does this before.
I guess that I'm insane. Are you entertained?
No, you're just a PDF file.
Because you said I was beautiful.
You're not.
That your emotions were available. The long nights, long flights.
And remember with the long
you were
flights,
feeling it.
he was on the Impulsive podcast talking about how he always buys flights for people. Yes.
This is hilarious.
And then the song was actually about...
we know that it's about a straight guy because at the end of the song he says, you said I was your everything, that you were done with her and wanted me. Yeah, your brown eyes, what lies, had to ruin it. Y'all, oh my god, it gets worse. Thought you promised that I wasn't an experiment. Shoulda known. I've been through this before. You fuck around and then you go back to her.
Ew, he's so gross. Well, this song is actually about this boyfriend that he was like hitting up and like low-key emotionally cheating on like his girlfriend, this like guy.
Who is this guy?
No, it's like real.
Who is this guy?
I can't tell you the name. I don't know like that lore, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, apparently there was this guy, you know, back in the day that he like flew out to see him or something, like the long flights and shit, you know, in the song. And he was like experimenting with James Charles, but then like the guy's like, I'm gonna go back to my girlfriend. Like, I don't like this.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Tea.
And it's about someone.
That is so disturbing.
Disturbing.
Like, that poor girl.
Oh yeah, she was like shook and
That
like
is crazy.
Yeah, she was traumatized.
Ooh.
If my man left me for James Charles experiment,
dude, I'm not even a straight woman, and I would feel the same.
I
That is
would
crazy.
be traumatized and scarred for life.
I would. Shit, I never like experimented even when I was dating guys and I knew I was gay. You know what I mean? Like, that's rude as fuck.
So
just cut a bitch
rude,
loose and do what you gotta do. But anyways, back to James Charles. Ooh, it's just crazy. Like, it's just all right in our face, right? Like, all over again, and people are just supporting him.
It's so disgusting.
He's back,
it's so
like,
gross.
Making makeup, a whole
Yep.
new makeup line that people are supporting. These other influencers are supporting it. So many of them.
But they're all trash can ones.
They are all trash can ones, but these are like the new wannabes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wannabes.
But yeah, they're supporting him. It's like, oh my word.
Also, some old wannabes. We have Laura Leach and Manny MUA.
Of course. They'll support anything that has, like, 2 walking legs and a million followers, or
For real.
a couple more followers than they
Their
have.
standards are low, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're like the bottom of the barrel. Anyways, they're so irrelevant. Back to this bitch who had something to say, James Charles.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe, like, the support and the attention that he is getting. So much attention. And can we talk about his Coachella outfits for a second?
Oh, no. First of all, boring.
Boring. Okay.
Second of all, ugly.
Ugly, and, like, this man is now wearing, like, these wigs, like, but, like, man wigs.
But then not, like, man, but not man, because it was like a mullet. Like,
Yeah,
anyone,
like a mullet.
Anyone could wear that. But it was weird. It was like, why are you wearing a wig that's, like, not that different from your own head? Like, it's like, what is the point? I don't get it.
I'm just like, what is going on? And like, everybody was like talking about it though and reacting to his outfits on their platforms, just like, once again giving this man so much exposure and attention.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of like positive attention from other influencers. I saw him, like, they were reacting to, like, Coachella outfits on Canceled.
Tana
Mojo and Brooke.
Yeah, podcast.
And they reacted to James Charles, pretty much all of his outfits at Coachella. And Tana was being so nice about James and his outfits. And I don't know if y'all know, but Tana used to be a huge James hater.
She flip-flops.
And it was, like, really iconic. She was one of the only people that kept it going and was so blunt about it and would just bring it up and be like, fuck James Charles and all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
It was really iconic. And I really respected her during that time. I was like, fuck yeah, bitch. Like, you know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
But this bitch has officially switched the fuck up.
All of a sudden, she just, like, flipped a switch.
She says, like, oh, I don't want to have beef with anybody anymore. Like, it's like, girl, you didn't have beef with him. You were just having morals.
I'm literally just like, what does he have on you? Like, what did you do? What party? Like, what blackmail, bitch? What does he have on you?
I know, seriously. But speaking of Tana Mojo, so Tana Mojo had Trisha Paytas on the Canceled podcast, and this has to do with James Charles, so sit tight, people. But basically, on this episode with Trisha as a guest, Tana was talking about Brittany Broski. And y'all know Brittany Broski, okay? She's blew up because she used to be a meme, the kombucha girl. Now she's like this influencer, TikToker, podcaster person.
Snooze fast.
So Brittany Broski has like a pretty big following, and I guess Tana reached out to her and said something along the lines of like, would you please come on Canceled? I know it would be like charity work for you, but it would be like an honor, yada yada yada.
Charity work, please. Opposite way.
In my opinion, I agree.
Literally.
But just, you know, trying to be like cute and giving her like the option or whatever. And so Brittany Broski basically responded saying that her fans would put her at a stake and set her on fire, something along those lines, which is so fucking crazy to just say that. Like, oh, my fans would set me on fire if I went on your podcast. Like, no thanks. Like, oh, okay, bitch. The fuck?
Yeah.
And Tana tried to ask her why, and Brittany never responded, okay? And so the people are saying that Brittany's fans would burn her at the stake because they don't like James Charles. And now that Tana Mojo has decided she's going to be friendly and supportive of James Charles, Brittany Broski ain't fucking with her. She ain't coming on that Canceled podcast.
Which, if that actually is the reason, then I'm all for it.
I'm all for it, but if that's not the reason,
then, like, she's delusional as fuck.
I know, seriously, like,
yeah, the only reason I can support this decision from Brittany whoever is the James Charles one.
I so agree.
I'm like, bitch, who are you, a meme? Like, from, like, a million years ago? No one cares.
I know, and she's just kind of like this wannabe A-lister type influencer. Like, I know she's really humble and funny and whatever, but
doesn't seem like
she's
it.
always, like, meeting celebrities, and, like, that's, like, one of her, like, shticks. It's like, oh, like, she's meeting Harry Styles. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, okay? I really don't give a fuck.
No,
like,
we don't care.
You're meeting another human being? Like, you want a cookie? I don't give a shit.
Like, wow, you're meeting the guy that took pictures with children mattresses? Cool.
I forgot about that. That's tea.
Don't forget.
That's tea, but
it is tea.
Anyways, yeah, just really weird of Brittany Broski, but also, like, if it really was because James Charles, then that is tea as fuck.
That is super, super tea. And another really cringy thing. First of all, every single TikTok I see of James just gives me secondhand cringe, and I really just want to, like, not watch this man. But for research purposes, I will sit there and watch. But another cringy thing he is doing is the whole car testing thing.
Yes, oh my word. So this little motherfucker, he basically made this TikTok saying that he's only ever had this one car, and it's the first car he ever bought. And he turns around and it's this Tesla, and he's like, I bought the car for $120,000. Like, Like, I saved up all my money to buy it. Like,
and like your first car is $120,000. You're not relatable.
I know. Pop off, relatable king. Like, what the fuck? Anyways,
like, ew.
Anywho, so he basically said, and then while he's saying this, he's talking about other influencers, and he's like, all these other influencers are buying like Porsches and Ferraris and Lambos and blah blah blah. He's like, and I've just only had this one car. I'm not like a car person. And then he's like,
we know what kind of person you are.
He's like, my windshield is cracked, and they told me it would cost $7,000 to replace it.
And I'm like, isn't that a tissue for you?
I know, seriously, I'm like, hello, it's a Tesla. Like, do you know how many, like, sensors and cameras are probably in the fucking, like, windshield? Like, of course it's $7,000. Your car was $120,000. Did you think it was gonna be cheap to maintain it?
But for him to act like $7K,
I know.
if anything,
he's, like, trying to come off so relatable. It's like, there's nothing relatable about this. You can obviously afford to, like, maintain your car. Like, shut the fuck up. And then he says that his car is worth $0.
That pissed me off.
It's like, bitch, please. Of course it is worth something. Like, get out of here, be so for real.
I paid it off, so it's worth nothing now. I'm like, that's not how it works.
I know. I don't know what he was trying to do with that.
I know, like,
it was really weird. I don't know if he's just really stupid or
he
like
seems dumb.
If he was just kind of exaggerating. I don't know what the fuck he was getting at saying it was $0, but long story short, this little bitch goes on to say that he's in the market for a new car. Then he starts posting a video of him reviewing a Cybertruck.
And just shitting on it the whole time.
And no, he ended up like liking it at the end, but I don't really give a fuck about his stupid review. It's just really cringy. But this shit got so many views, so much support, and literal people at dealerships were making TikToks trying to get James to come buy cars from them.
Wow.
Which, like, respect the hustle, but like, what the fuck? Why are y'all associating with this man? Why are y'all supporting this man? Why are y'all still watching this man? Why is this man popping up on my For You page? Why does he have a career? Why is he releasing makeup? Who is partnering with this man? I'm so sick of these shady ass influencers getting canceled for serious ass allegations, serious things. People coming through with receipts.
Receipts, Whitney.
And then these people just go low-key for a year or two. They play the humble card, the low-key card. And then all of a sudden, y'all motherfuckers are just right back on them. You're right back to watching, supporting, liking their content. I'm sick of you.
Yeah. And I'm like, who are these people? Seriously.
I don't know anybody that like would like him or support him.
Are these like the new like generation of people before the cancellation, like super young people? Like, who are these people?
They have to be.
I know. What is going on?
But then it's like people like Tana Mojo. She's not too young, and she knows about the cancellation. She was anti him, and she's just back on supporting him.
That's so true.
I don't get it. It's really weird to me.
Really weird and creepy and disgusting and just disturbing.
This isn't something we forgive and forget.
No.
I just don't get it at all.
I know when it comes to literal PDF file activities and when children are involved, we do not forgive and we do not forget.
He literally said in his song that he's done the same things a million times and that he's insane. So, whoo, it's heavy shit.
And let's get into him now reconciling with his brother.
Oh, yeah.
And showing him that weird-ass music video, which he wasn't even in. It was, like, these two dancer boys dancing around, flopping around each other. Like, I'm like, why are you not even in your own music video? This is fucking weird. Oh, there's so much to say. When he reenacts, like, him singing his songs, he always makes this face like he's pooping.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's so bad.
His singing face is really ugly.
It's so tryhard and so bad.
It's the nostrils.
It's everything.
It's really bad, yeah. It's because he's fucking sitting there screaming. Like, he's not singing. He's just, like, wailing.
But even
like, when I imitate his voice, I have to make the same face. Like, look at my face. It's like you have to make that face to produce that sound.
You really do. You look just like it.
You have to like get into the wailing mindset.
Yeah, you do.
So I get it.
But people are saying, like, when you're lip singing, like, you don't have to do that. You know, like,
no.
you know, and it's like constant. He never like changes any variation in his facial expressions. It's just so crazy.
Because he is just not it.
He's not it.
He has no charisma.
None.
He has no swag.
None.
He's very cringe, very off-putting, very like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's just not it.
Gross. But let's get into the brother thing. So everyone knows, or if you don't know, him and his brother has had like a rift ever since his allegations came forth, like for a few years ago. Like his brother cut ties with him, did not speak to him for years. And this was revealed in the Cosmopolitan article, but everyone can like notice he's not in any of the videos, and he like, where the fuck did his brother even go?
Well, his brother disowned him because of the allegations.
Exactly.
James said that in an interview.
So now all of a sudden, even his brother is like back in his graces.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what is going on here? So James Charles sits his brother down and shows him the music video that he just created. And his brother was like supportive, and it seemed like nothing even happened between them. And I'm like, what is going on? Why is the brother talking to him again? Like, what? Brother really stopped talking to him for the allegations, then why
are you talking to him? Why are any of you people talking to him?
Why would looking at that music video and hearing that song make him feel
comfortable?
It'd be the opposite.
I don't understand any of this shit.
I would be freaked out.
Me too, like
I would be disturbed.
All of a sudden this guy like makes a song and everyone is supporting him.
And it was like with fake auto-tune like vocals and shit. It's just like then like he sits like his friends in a car.
Like
I don't give a fuck. He sits his friends down, his fake ass friends in a car. And
I know. Who are these friends?
Oh, you know who was one of them?
Who?
What the fuck? The Ace Family bitch. Who was that it, girl? Ace Family bitch. Catherine McBroom.
Oh my.
She was one of them. And
Get
she said, "This is your calling. This is what you're meant to do." I think I was.
Of course she says that. She thinks she's like a fucking guru. This is your calling. I feel it in my chakras.
She really thinks she's that bitch.
I can't with her.
Just the most like, oh, Bryce Hall was in it.
Of course he was.
I'm like, what?
Dude, he is so annoying.
Yeah, he's annoying.
He's so irrelevant now. I'm so here for it. Like, just please keep falling off. You are so annoying.
If you're gonna side with all these disgusting people, then go fuck yourself.
I know, he's been so actively supporting JoJo Siwa and being like, oh, she's so obviously a troll. She's hilarious. I really get her. I understand it.
Ew.
First of all, you're just trying to dig right off of JoJo's clout.
Yep.
Because you lost all yours and don't have any.
Yep.
Because you're ugly and irrelevant.
Yep.
Second of all, everyone's hating on JoJo because of her allegations and her supporting another alleged groomer.
Yes.
So I just shut up.
And allegedly being one herself and like torturing children.
Literally, shut up, Bryce Hall. You're so irrelevant. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of our face.
And another thing. Shawn Mendes. The closet door is...
What else is there to say about Mr. James?
James Charles is an awkward, untalented, weird, cringy, creepy bitch who blew up over a yearbook makeup photo.
Which was fake.
He should have never become an influencer.
Ever.
This is just another instance of giving the wrong person power and money and fame.
Which seems like every motherfucker is that person.
What's the fucking difference between this kid and P. Diddy?
In my opinion, there's no motherfucking difference.
What is the difference between
P. Diddy and Colleen Ballinger.
But you know what? There's a reason why James Charles is invited to all these awards. Because he is a creep, just like all the other Holly weirdos.
There's no difference between any of those people besides the fact that P. Diddy has a lot more power and a lot more money.
Yep.
Give Colleen and James all of his power and money, guaranteed same results. You feel what I'm saying? These people are really nasty.
Nasties.
Is that too crazy to say?
No, that's not too crazy to say. I totally agree with you on that one.
These Holly weirdos.
Yep.
They've gotten to the influencers, you know? The influencers are just as bad. And y'all better watch out.
The Holly weirdos probably try to, like, weed out the creepos, like a James Charles, and, like, bring them into their cult for just more disgusting influence.
I don't even know if the Holly weirdos would want James Charles.
No, they do. That's why he's invited to the Grammys, to the Met Gala. Because he's a fucking creep. In my opinion, allegedly.
Alleged, in my opinion.
Period. So, is there anything else to add? I think we covered, like, a lot of, like, shit.
I just hate that little bitch ass. I'm gonna stop myself.
We don't support him.
I don't support him. I don't understand why he has so much attention, views, likes, followers.
No. Please stop shaking your ass, like, into the camera and being a freak.
BBL is so bad.
BBL's so bad.
He would look so much more normal without that shit. And when he tries to wear his baggy, like, 'cause you know how baggy is in now?
Yeah.
And it's, like, not BBL time anymore. No one gets, like, the BBLs anymore.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're going on Ozempic and getting their BBLs taken out.
Yep.
And poor James, trying to wear baggy pants with his BBL, looking fucking crazy.
'Cause he really thinks that he'll attract a straight man with a BBL.
I just can't, bro. Like, ew, okay? Ew. That is the most disturbing. Just putting myself in that mindset is really crazy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you gotta be the most insecure freak to go after somebody that is not gonna be interested in you in the slightest.
Yeah.
What are you trying to
with
prove
you.
exactly? It's like, why are you trying to compete with women or something?
It's really weird. It's like, stop. Please stop.
Seriously, just stop. Why don't you try to go out with a gay person who is gay?
Literally, someone that's your age or, like, close to your age, older than you. Just stop going after children. Go after someone that's your own sexuality.
And just get off the internet.
Get off the internet. No one, we do not want you. You're a creep. You're a freak.
And if you want him, you need to reevaluate.
You do.
You got something going on.
Something's going on in your noggin. And you need to seek therapy and Jesus.
Heavy on the Jesus part.
Heavy on the Jesus.
And maybe even a PDF file examination or something.
Yeah,
because you crooked.
Yeah, you're correct. Is there anything else to add?
Yes, there is.
What?
Thank you for 500 subscribers.
Oh my gosh, we hit 500 subscribers. We're so happy. Like, literally the moment we hit 500, I kept checking, like, all day because I'm like, oh my god, we're going to hit 500. And then we did!
We're halfway there.
Looking back now, nothing's gonna get in the way. We're halfway there.
Looking back now, I never thought that I'd ever say
halfway there.
We're halfway there. We're halfway there. Keep subscribing. Come to mama.
We're trying to hit 1,000. Subscribe.